I thought it was the world's biggest Halloween party.
Yeah, let me just turn this around. There's a lot going on here. The Javits Center is festooned with awesomeness, and there is so much amazing cosplay here. Just crazy.
I don't know who that guy is, but he looks funny.
So good. But yeah, we just got out of the panel for Hasbro and HasLab, and yeah, we saw some pretty cool stuff today, and it has been amazing. Hey Ecto Trip, how are you? Good to see you. Are you at Comicon this year? Here's the question. Let me know if you are. But yeah, we just came out of the HasLab presentation, Hasbro presentation. They didn't do just Ghostbusters. They did a whole bunch of other stuff. But oh god, you got to look at this. Look at this cosplay here. So cool. So many awesome stuff. Ecto Trip. Yeah, I am here tomorrow. Nick is here today.
I am just today only, one day.
And we've been here with the car. Look, you got to see this. This is crazy. We've got Jack Sparrow. Just the cosplays going on here are freaking fantastic. Everywhere you turn, there's something amazing to see. It's pretty awesome. That's why I love coming to these things. You're just like inundated with awesomeness. You're like, where do I even look next? Where do I look? But yeah, but it's been good, and we're heading back to the car now, right?
Yeah,
Is it this way? The exit is this way. Let's get out of here. But yeah, we were at the, as I was saying before, so I keep getting interrupted by myself and by the coolness of Comicon. We were, not an exit, okay. We were at the Hasbro panel, and we had the benefit of also being at the Hasbro headquarters today to get hands-on look at the amazing new Ectos that they're releasing. That was super fun. And so, yeah, very exciting. We had an excited day, and we saw our faces on the screen at the Hasbro.
That's true. That was pretty. The Hasbro made it.
They did.
Yeah,
they did. Oh, Nick is just getting something. Nick, could you get me a... Yes, please, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, we're just acquiring something to eat before we leave. It's been a really long day, and we've seen so many things. And I have posted a little bit of stuff on my Instagram about the HasLab announcement, but I'm going to be giving you a whole bunch more other stuff. I'm hoping that I'm going to get home tonight and drop a video. I was able to have a great conversation with the guys that have been designing the new HasLab stuff for Ghostbusters. They taught me through the electronics and the design and everything. It was super fun. Also met with the Yes Have Some podcast crowd, which was really fun. That's a whole nother story. We met them literally by accident on the way into the city today with the Ecto, which was super cool. Hey Rebecca, how you doing? Good to see you. So yeah, it's kind of people are coming out, people are going in. It's just crazy here today, but very cool. Ecto Trip saying, yeah, saw the Ectos in some mini videos on Instagram. The lights look crazy. The lights are amazing. I think there's over 100 LEDs in in the Ecto 1A. Just amazing. Go Pack Go. Do I watch football? I don't watch much American football, I'm afraid. I would say American football because when in England we call it football, it's soccer. Rebecca's saying, yes, have some. Are you going to be on their pod? I don't know. It might be. We had a conversation about possibly doing something together in the future, but we did hang out on their live together, which was super fun, and recorded some behind-the-scenes stuff of them being interviewed by Hasbro about the HasLab, which was super fun. Rebecca's saying, I would love that. I support it. There you go. I'll show that to Craig when I see him tomorrow. But yeah, I don't even really know where to start with the day. But yeah, we drove into the city in the Ecto. Then we got to see the Ecto 1A, which is close to being finished, but we came out and looked fantastic at the Firehouse, so 2 Ectos at the Firehouse. And then we went on to the Hasbro head office in New York and got to see the miniaturized versions of both of those things, which was freaking awesome. They both look incredible. They've done an incredible job at building these awesome detailed scale models. And it's been fun too because Nick, who you know, who owns the Ecto 1NJ, and then Greg, the Ecto Tech, and the Ecto Tech team have been providing kind of insight to Hasbro on the design and the build as kind of like a fan council, if you like, to get some ideas about what the fans would really want from a replica toy. So that has been super cool. Yeah, so it's just been great. It's just been great. Ecto Trip is saying, I saw the 1A on their story. I'm hoping to see it next year. Yeah, it's great. There's still a little bit of work to do on it, but wow, the work they've done is fantastic. And here's Nick.
Hey, I'm back.
He's back. He's got
snack,
a. Oh, there we go. That's an appropriate snack for a Ghostbusters day like this. So yeah, we're going to head out into the streets of New York now and try and get some rest. Right?
It's been a long day. Yeah.
It has.
And it's going to be early morning for me tomorrow. Matt, you're going to be
right.
here all day, so it's a long day.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day. Many people around here trying to sell tickets to Comicon.
I don't get ticket scalpers. How do they even exist?
That's right. I mean, they were sold out, and they are in people's names. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I'm gonna say something bold here. Usually, out of the country, you're gonna fall for that gag. So
possibly.
Yeah.
You mean like if you have a British accent like
well,
mine?
I didn't want to say it, but you mentioned it.
Ecto Trip saying,
I might fall asleep in the car.
No, you can't. You're driving.
Yeah,
You can't
fine.
fall asleep.
That's all right.
Yeah, these are great cosplays, guys. Great. I'm loving your cosplay. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Very realistic cosplay. It's excellent. Really good. Really good. New York's finest out there on the street. Keeping us safe. We appreciate it.
And yet you're telling them they're in costume.
Well, they thought it was funny. They thought it was funny.
I'm gonna ask them to stop and frisk you, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to be in trouble. You're probably right. That was probably not a wise thing to do. I think I'm so funny. Yeah, you think you're really funny, and then somebody starts putting on a pair of rubber gloves, you're in trouble. So, yeah, we don't want that. But yeah, it's, as you can probably tell around me, it is chaos. It is chaos right now out here on the streets of Comicon. If you have any questions about our experience with Hasbro today, I am going to try tonight, if I have any more brain cells left, to edit together at least a quick view of what we did at Hasbro today, because that was cool, right?
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I mean, the fact that they included fans like us in the design process was pretty cool. So shout out to them big time.
Yeah, and they made us feel so welcome, and they did a little interview with us about the Ecto 1.
Yeah, I don't remember being that in the contract, but they did put us in front of a camera.
Yeah, they did.
And we reviewed the Ecto 1 about the similarities to us driving in it all the time. So if you guys see that video, don't hate too hard, all right? We were unscripted and unaware we were doing that.
I was still in awe of how awesome it was when I was looking at it. So I think I said about 4 things. Nick took the meat of the conversation,
Wow,
and I said things like, I like the taillights, and I like the Texas Instrument box.
Oh, it has wheels.
Wheels are nice. I like the wheels. You know what? I didn't get to ask them. I realized in the video I should have asked them about the whole swapping the wheels out to change the hubs
Well,
out. Which
on
is really cool.
on their promo video, they do show how they do it. So you pop them out, you flip them around,
Yeah.
and they have spare hubcaps to convert the 1A. Now that's only if you buy the deluxe package, which for another $50-$60, I mean, it makes no sense. And listen, I'm an Ecto 1 loyalist, but seeing the 1A done was really cool. So if you're gonna buy them, find that extra $60.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. And when all those lights are on the Ecto 1A, it's a sight to behold, I tell you.
No, it's definitely
just
really cool.
crazy.
Yeah.
Very, very good. We're both completely shattered, though.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
It was an early start. It's been a long day.
I hope my truck is still here because I parked it on the side of 11th Avenue, and you're not really supposed to do that, but whatever.
We will find out
Yeah.
very soon if it is there or not. And if not, I guess we're getting an Uber home.
Yeah. Ecto Uber?
Ecto Uber.
Ecto Uber.
That's what Yes Have Some had this morning.
That's
so
right.
we were driving into the city. I looked out the window and I saw Yes Have Some outside one of the hotels on the way into the city in New Jersey. And it was like one of those kind of double take moments.
Yeah.
We were like, wait, what? Hey, come. And we just waved them into the car.
Yeah, I just stopped in the middle of 1 and 9. I'm like, hey, just pop in. It's fine. Cancel your Uber and get in the Ecto Uber.
Yeah. So we drove into the city together, which was pretty awesome. That was very cool. I can see your car, so I think we're good.
Yeah. Then there's no boot big enough for that tire, so we're good to go.
Yes.
Wow, we got lucky twice with parking today.
That is, yeah, twice parking the street. Eddie, here's Eddie.
Eddie Harkness.
Eddie Harkness.
Eddie Harkness.
Being tired comes with the day job, boys. Yes, it does. We are. I feel like every time I live stream in the evening, particularly, I'm just like, exhausted.
Hey, and listen,
Exhausted.
all of you Experience Explorer fans out there, tomorrow is this guy's birthday. I'm
Oh.
not mentioning ages,
Oh.
but wish this guy a happy birthday.
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun day.
He turns 32.
32
tomorrow.
Yes, 32 again. That's it. What's Ectotrip saying? I mean, it's your fault. You decided to build an entire, completely screen-accurate piece of history. There you go, Nick. It's fair. That's fair, Ectotrip. That's totally fair. I think I'm with you there. I don't look a day over 24. That's very kind of you. I feel a day over 24 today, I tell you. Oh my gosh. Ugh. We're not driving back in the Ecto, thankfully, because we had enough Ecto fumes, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's probably why we're like this. We're sucking on the tailpipe of the Ecto, basically. So, Ectotrip says, happy 18th birthday to me. Thank you, Ectotrip. You're a good friend. I appreciate it. Right, I do need to put my seatbelt on, which I will do now. But yeah, it's been one of those days where it's almost hard to process it. So I'm saying things, but haven't really had a chance to think about these things I'm saying, and how much of a cool day it's been. And again, always thanks to Nick for including me in these things, which has been a lot of fun. You're a local Ghostbusters fan. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. And if you're just on the live stream, we're in the car now. We're heading back from New York Comicon, from Hasbro headquarters, from originally the firehouse, which is where we started our journey on this crazy, chaotic day. What time was that we were at the firehouse? 8:30 this morning?
8:30. We were almost on time, which is
Yeah.
off brand for me, but
now it's almost 7. It's almost 12
Yeah.
hours.
yeah.
Almost 12 hours. That's been...
And then
Well, I guess it is more than 12 hours because we have to get up and get to Lyndhurst and do
Yeah.
all that stuff. So
and then tomorrow's another early morning because the Actor will be out and about in New York City. So if you guys are around, look, it'll be 7:30 in the morning, bouncing around till about noon. So
yeah,
check it out. Come say hello.
yeah.
Wave me down.
And we're just heading now into the tunnel. We're in Hudson Yards right now, so we're gonna go under and head back to New Jersey and to bed. Although before I go to bed, I have got to edit some stuff.
Yes, work, little boy, work.
Which is why I'm gonna have that drink of Coke that Nick bought for me, rather than having something warm like a warm milk and going straight to bed. Ectotrip saying, thanks for chatting, gonna head out. I'll check out the live stream later. Thanks, Ectotrip. Thanks for being here. And again, if you folks have any questions about any of the Ghostbusters reveals that came out today, please ask away in the chat, because I need some prompting and inspiration to provide any information about that. Or if you want to know anything about what Comicon was like, although we were really only a tiny little bit of Comicon today.
Yeah, that's true. Tomorrow you'll get the full effect.
Yeah, there'll be much more happening, but I think that a level of fatigue that we feel right now and wandering around with thousands of people in all sorts of different cosplay, we were both found it awesome, and we were also ready to call it quits for the day.
White flag.
Yeah, it was like, I'm sorry, I surrender. We're done for the day. Eddie's saying, can you get a recap of the day? I've been at work all day and saw you at the firehouse. Yes, you can get a recap. So 8:30 we're at the firehouse. We met with the folks from Hasbro, who are involved in the design and marketing of the new Ecto 1 and Ecto 1A combo platter. That's probably not the official name. Sorry, Hasbro. I'm tired.
Definitely not.
It's not a combo platter, but the beautiful new Ecto and Ecto 1A. I was so tired even earlier today that when I was doing an interview with Zach, who's the other guy from Hasbro? The guy, Pat. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was talking with Pat, and I kept calling it the Ecto 2. Rather than the Ecto 1A.
That's a helicopter.
I know, I was so tired. I was just like, he kept correcting me. I had to stop my talking and start again. But anyway, we went there. Pat was fronting a piece of social media that they created in order to announce at the beginning of Comicon the release of these Ecto toys. And then after that, the Ecto 1A that the Ecto Tech and crew have been working on turned up about maybe an hour later, Nick?
Hour and a half.
An hour and a half later. That car, it was just incredible to see it.
It was awesome.
It was so good. They put so many hours into that. There's still a lot to do to it, but it looked so cool at the firehouse.
Oh, there's never been a 1 and a 1A together like that.
No.
At the firehouse ever. Even during filming, it wasn't like that. So.
Right, yeah. It was, again, I have to kind of pinch myself occasionally and think if Nick was saying as we were coming out of the Javits Center just before I started live streaming that it's been a pretty insane year for us, and that is entirely true. Insane in all the good ways. I mean, a convoy of Ectos for Ghostbusters Day.
Yeah.
The Ecto 1 and Ecto 1A together at the firehouse. Crazy. Kind of the stuff that you dream about or comes into your mind as a really cool idea, but you never think it's going to happen. So they recorded some additional stuff, because Hasbro were trying to make some social media content for the release, and they wanted the cars at the firehouse to do that. So they had a film crew of 3 guys there that were filming. And they also filmed a really fun intro for Comicon as well. So they had like a lead-in, and then one of their crew in the video jumped into the car with Nick and sped off, and then he came running onto the stage like he'd just arrived in the Ecto, which was really cool. So that was filming in the morning. We took cars back to New Jersey, and then we drove back in, went to Hasbro headquarters in Midtown, and that was super fun because not only am I a Ghostbusters fan, but I'm a massive Transformers fan, and I was geeking out heavily, I have to say, at some of the things. Nick can confirm that I was geeking out heavily.
Yeah, just a bit, yeah. I thought he knew a lot about Ghostbusters until I heard him talk about Transformers.
I have a Transformers Gen 1 collection, so I was like super excited by that. And so yeah, we then hung out at Hasbro. Hasbro wanted to shoot, well, first of all, we got to see the amazing car, and I should add, it's the prototype of the car. Looked fantastic. It was, not the full thing, but it had all the electronics, and it had the look and the feel and all the detailing that they're planning to put into the car. And oh my gosh, it was a beautiful thing. And then they just, again, were doing more filming. So Nick and I I was not expecting me to be involved in any way, but we got in front of the camera, and Hasbro filmed us talking about how detailed and awesome the Ecto 1 was and how it compared to Nick's car, and the screen accuracy of it. And then Yes Have Some, without we didn't even mention that we bumped into Yes Have Some first thing this morning accidentally. They were waiting for an Uber, but we picked them up instead.
Picked them up like they were hitchhikers.
Exactly, yeah. On the side of the road, because they were there today. So we filmed our bit, and then Yes Have Some filmed some exclusive content, I think, for the Hasbro Pulse subscribers.
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
Well, they had posted some video on their Instagram today as well.
Yes.
So I'm not sure if it was for their own or for Hasbro Pulse or what the deal was. But
they did some stuff for themselves, and that they posted. I think they got a pretty exclusive first look at it. And then I don't want to say this, but I think we were maybe the second folks to see it that weren't part of Hasbro. I don't know if that's true, but it felt like it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Again, crazy. So anyway, yes, Have Some did their bit to camera. Then I geeked out about Ghostbusters for a long about Transformers for a long time with one of these folks. And then, hey, I'm going to turn the camera around while we're doing this, because I'm going to turn the window down. That's not the right language. Open the window. Because, by the way, we're heading out New York, and this is an epic view of New York City, by the way, as we leave the city. This is the route I take home every day I'm at work. And you can't beat this for a view on the way home from work. That's pretty awesome. Sorry, I'm bringing the phone in from the car because it's probably very windy. But yeah, so that's where we just were. Oh, whoops. I almost dropped my phone out of the window. That was a good end to the day. All the footage I filmed is now smashed to pieces on the road.
Bus.
Yeah, amazing. So yeah, and then we then went to the Javits Center where Comicon was to join everyone for the panel. So we then went and watched them, talk about all the Ghostbusters stuff on the panel. And kind of a highlight for us was they'd done this cool slide of the fan council and the support they'd had with the Ecto, and there was this photo of me and Nick and Greg and McKenna and Eric Reich all together on the kind of like page, and then the logos of Gotham Cinema Rides and Ectotech and Instagram. It was super cool. They were so kind to us to kind of put us up there front and center. It was pretty nice. So there you are, Eddie. I don't know if any of that made sense. It's been a whirlwind of a day, and I am so ready to sleep now, except I have to do some editing. I better drink this Coca-Cola quickly to give me a second wind. That's what I need to do. Somebody asked me, what's that? C.R. Ganu? I don't know how to say your name. Sorry. I hope I said it right. I'm from England, or as Nick likes to say,
Liverpool.
Which is not correct, but that's what he likes to say. But I now live in New Jersey. That's where I'm from. What a wonderful, amazing, and exciting answer for you. But unless there's any other questions about what we got up today and about the whole Comicon thing, I think that I'm going to call it quits there and do another live stream tomorrow. But thanks for joining, folks. It's lovely having you here. And I was going to say we're going to go to sleep. I might go to sleep. Nick shouldn't go to sleep because he's driving. That would be bad.
Yeah, it's all right. It's got a self-drive button.
It's a self-drive? Okay, we're fine then. We're fine. Eddie says, very cool, guys. As far as questions on HasLab, I'm sure you were hit with this before, but why the $325, $399 price difference when it seems like the $399 has a ton more? We basically, I mean, Nick, you were saying the same thing earlier in the live stream, that it's a no-brainer to get the deluxe. I think is the deluxe tier.
Yeah.
Here's the way I see it. It's like when you go to McDonald's, it's always like only 10 more cents to get like a super large drink.
They don't do that anymore.
No, actually all the drinks are the same size, but that's what they used to do. That's what they do at the movie theater anyway. They still do that.
Oh, okay.
It's like 10 more cents for the extra, and that kind of feels like what it was that they were going through, what they were trying to do. Sorry, I'm so tired. I'm struggling to put the sentences together.
And remember the bonus: if they hit that 12,000 in 2 weeks, everyone gets a free Louis Tully figure.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing. We got to see the figures close up, and they're great. My favorite is the Lewis figure.
Yes.
That and Egon with the Ghostbusters 2 flask and balloon is just brilliant.
Yeah, that
really,
was
really good.
That was something that on the fan council conference calls that we had months and months ago, we were talking about specific details, and we all agreed that would be a cool little thing to add on. Would be the mug and the balloon, and then the toaster with the slime as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that was something, like I said, that they had the fan council, and it was pretty cool to be a part of that process and bring those suggestions to the table.
That's awesome, Nick.
Yeah,
and it should be noted that I think originally it had been put in the slideware that they showed to you as a bit of a joke. and then it was really, really well received. But today, when it went up on the screen, the biggest roar from the crowd was for the mug and the balloon.
Yeah,
It was a really, really well received. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I really like Egon's face sculpt as well. It's kind of
Yeah.
like that like smirk that he has. When,
Yes.
yeah. And
When he
it's-
says, "Let's see what happens when we take the puppy away."
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, and it works really well when he has the mug in his hand and sitting up. I think he had my favorite facial expression of all the characters.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah, it was super, super, super good. And sorry, the road's a bit bumpy here. Hey, we're passing this place, American Dream Mall. If you didn't know this was a thing, it's a theme park inside, and a water park and a ski slope.
but you know what it doesn't have, Matt?
What does it not have?
It does not have an Ecto-1. It does not
It does
have
not.
a time machine. It does not have a Batmobile or a Lightning McQueen.
Which-
and just down the road a bit, there is a shop that has those.
That is true.
So come on down.
That is
We'd
true.
love to have you.
We would. Go to GothamCinemaRides.com and you can find out everything about everything that Nick just said.
Yeah. Well, we gotta add Lightning McQueen, but the rest is all there.
It's all there, yeah. It is. And your local Ghostbusters fan is saying, I'm working on a prototype myself, basing it off the video game. Oh, that's cool. That will be super, super fun. Any other questions? Eddie's had some really, really good questions. For those of you that don't have the smell attachment to YouTube, there's a very interesting smell on the streets here at the moment. Can you smell that?
Yeah, it's called New Jersey. I've driven in since I'm a kid, and it gets really funky in July. So.
Yes. And it's worse when the tide is out,
Oh yeah.
because it's basically salt flats mud is what the smell is.
Yeah.
It's so pleasant. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, so if you've got any other questions about the HasLab or about the adventures we had today, throw it in chat. Happy to answer with the limited vocabulary I have left from the 2 brain cells that remain in my brain from today's efforts. And failing which, if there's nothing else, I might call it quits for the night. And and we can pick this up at Comicon tomorrow.
By yourself.
By myself. Yeah, Nick won't be there.
No, I will not. I will be napping.
Local Ghostbusters fan is saying, have you got any suggestions for the Proton Pack basing off the video game? It just really depends on the process they're using to build it. I think that if you've got a 3D printer, a really good starting point is the Cube Pack model that you can print, which is super awesome. That's what I used to do my pack. Danny Welch, hello, how you doing? Hey bro, got here late. HasLab looks great. Might have to purchase this one. I loved it. Like I was saying earlier before you got on the stream that Nick and I got to have hands and eyes on it today, the prototype, and it is a very beautiful thing. In fact, because they have obviously the deluxe version and the I'm not going to call it standard because there's nothing standard about it. It's super awesome. The base package and the kind of, what do I call it? What did they call it again?
The base
Deluxe
package.
base package and deluxe
Base and
package.
deluxe,
Man,
yeah.
I can't speak tonight. But they had both versions, so they didn't have just one with the swappable roof. They had a 1 and a 1A on the table in front of us.
Yeah.
And kind of when we walked in, it was like, ooh. And when they lit all the lights up.
And again, for anyone who just joined, as Ecto-1 loyalists, 1A kind of steals the show a little bit here because it is really cool to see it all lit up and done the right way. And it's fitting that a 1A was, at the Firehouse today, and a 1A is being debuted at Comicon. So whoever said they might have to, it should turn into a must, because at the pricing point for what you're getting, Blitzways, they're huge, they're way too expensive. It's a super good price. And you won't be, I promise you will not be disappointed. And that's not me plugging Hasbro. I'm not getting paid for anything.
No,
I just drove my car around. But it is absolutely worth it. For $400, what you're getting is, definitely invest.
Yeah, neither of us are being paid to promote this at all. We're just fans that are kind of involved, and yeah, I agree with everything Nick said. It kind of took my breath away a bit when I saw them both with the lights on, and then they turned the lights off. And like I said, when I get home tonight, hopefully I'm going to try and run a quick edit together of the interviews I did with folks and the video of it. Danny's saying we'll go back and watch the stream tomorrow. Kind of partial to the 84 version, but the 1A is tempting. Yeah, and you know, it's the thing is you're not losing out on that the Ecto 1 version because it's there. Yeah. And I think one of the things I've been saying a lot is they're going to try and create a set of decals that you can swap in and out, so you can swap it back and forth between the two. And it wouldn't surprise me if there'll be like it'll come with a bunch of additional decals, and you'll probably be able to order additional ones if you need to, and they'll just make them easily removable.
Well, they're supposedly all included in the deluxe package.
Right.
So yeah, there's not going to be any add-ons. There's no tiers. HasLab did away with the tiers this time, so it's just the base and the deluxe. But again, definitely worth the money. And I'm from Jersey. Like, if I didn't like it, I'd be like, man, it kind of sucked. But yeah, I mean, listen, I did not buy any 2 in the box. I feel like I have enough traps. I definitely bought the Proton pack. I skipped the 2 in the box. This one is a must-have. So there's my take if you are interested.
Yeah, it's amazing. Local Ghostbusters fan, the deluxe version is basically the plain built Ecto 1 but with figures. Yeah, except but obviously far more detailed in design. Eddie's saying, will the deluxe have removable bumpers, doors, fenders, since it will have the decals?
No,
it won't.
Yeah, so the deluxe, so basically what will happen is the hubcaps, the tires flip around. You have 2 sets of hubcaps to match the 1 and the 1A. The decals will be part of the package that you add on to the car. The roof comes off. So theoretically, once you create a 1A, I don't think you can go back to a 1 unless you take all the decals off, and then you can't convert it back. But no, so it's just really going to be a decal.
Well, what they said is when I was watching them interview Yes Have Some, they said that that's what I was talking about. They'll include enough decals for you to go back and forth.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
and I think that the impression was that the decals that come with it are probably reusable up to 5 times.
Yeah.
And then there'll be more that will come with that. And that's why I was saying that they might offer the ability to order more online in the future should you want to swap it every day.
Yeah.
In the morning, it's 1A. In the evening, it's Ecto 1 again.
Yeah, and the bumper will be removable as well, obviously.
Yes, there's a couple of... Yeah, there's the bumper piece where the strobe is different. On the 1A. There's a removable piece there. And obviously the bumper at the back is different as well. Hopefully we made that make sense, Eddie. I hope that makes sense. Danny's saying, I'm waiting on the O-ring figures for the 1/8 scale Ecto. You can never have enough Ectos, right? Well, Nick would be in agreement with that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
he's got 1.5 full-size Ectos.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that makes sense. 1.5.
Yep, that's it. So yeah. I appreciate the questions, everybody, and hopefully some more of this stuff will be clearer when I drop my video later today, chatting with Zach and co. Anyway, I'm gonna hang up now because I am, oh my gosh, tired. Appreciate you joining. Thanks for listening, and appreciate everything. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All the best.